Hail and well-met adventurers, I'm your host, the Dungeon Master, and this is a video that I knew I was going to have to make sooner rather than later. For those of you who are aware or unaware at the moment, the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, issued Google and YouTube a $170 million fine regarding personalized ads, specifically those which collected information on children online, which under the FTC's ruling is illegal. And as a result of this, the FTC is basically bringing down the hammer on not just YouTube, but the content creators who upload videos to YouTube on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. Now, what does this mean? Well, YouTube has kind of skirted around the problem by issuing content creators a choice. They can mark their content as either made for kids or not made for kids. There are unfortunately problems with both of these scenarios, neither of which truly addresses the issue at hand, but I'll elaborate further. To put a fine point on it, any video that's marked made for kids is virtually unwatchable. There will be no comments, no notifications, it won't be searchable, there'll be no likes or dislikes, it won't even be able to be put onto a playlist or interacted with in any way, shape, or form. So basically, the videos are dead in cyberspace. Now, you might be thinking, well, my videos aren't made for kids, so what's the problem? Apart from YouTube demonetizing the videos because they're too raw and edgy or too overly mature. Well, there's a problem with that as well because ultimately the FTC has made it clear that they are the ones who have final say over determining which videos are made for kids or not. YouTube is utilizing a machine-based learning system to flag users and the like, and automation on YouTube has worked well in the past, aka it hasn't, but I digress. So basically, the crux of the matter is that if the FTC decides that your video if you say that your video is made for kids and they say it isn't, or you say it's not made for kids and they decide that it is, either way in that scenario, you will be fined $42,530 per video. I am not kidding. This is the number that they've laid out per violation video, per misleading video. This is the real sword of Damocles that hangs over the head of virtually every big and small YouTuber, from Let's Player to vlogger or anyone on the site. We all are basically going to be affected by this one way or another. Which leads me to this. I'm glad that a lot of YouTubers, both big and small, have been talking about this. I myself have tried to reach out to other big, more influential YouTubers on Twitter in the hopes of spreading this, and I know others have through social media and the internet as well. But this is a very serious issue for all of us, and this will ultimately affect future content on the channel in particular. Now, I refer, of course, to my Road to 7 Final Fantasy series. Now, the NES and SNES Final Fantasy games are notoriously, in fact, every Nintendo game is notoriously kid-friendly. It's available for everyone, but it is, well, mostly designed to appeal to kids because it's meant to have a general audience in that fashion. And as a result, I'm going to have to remove both the Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Let's Play series that I've put up there. That's 64 videos altogether that I worked especially hard on that I'm going to remove. Now, I speak in general terms. I usually use an easygoing term. I don't swear or curse except in certain instances where I'm frustrated or everything. But the audience that I've tried to market, well, not necessarily market or cater to, but try to be involved in are other retro Let's Players such as myself and other people who I greatly enjoy watching on YouTube, other Let's Players. But It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, what matters isn't really the Let's Play commentary that I give, but rather what people are going to be seeing on the screen. If they determine that this video was made for kids based on the sprites used in Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy II, and I don't mark them as such, I will be paid $42,530 per video. And if I do mark them as marked for kids, then they might as well not be there at all because nobody is going to see them whatsoever. Now, I do not monetize through YouTube whatsoever, not that I have had any traffic success and even having the possibility of ever being a YouTube partner due to the real life issues that I've kind of gone through over the last 10 years and trying to be a cohesive, coherent Let's Player. And this is only going to exacerbate things even more. Now, that isn't to say the channel was dead in any way, shape, or form. The Road to 7 series, however, is dead, as you can see by the game over from Final Fantasy 7 here. That pretty much illustrates my point. But there are Let's Play content that I can do. They will not necessarily, I hope, be kid-friendly in any way, shape, or form, which is a problem for people who try to be easygoing, kid-friendly creators, and especially channels and content creators who want to reach out to kids but can't do so because if they do, then YouTube will collect their data, which is why they're doing the whole made for kids thing in the first place. But the whole point of those channels are to be marketed to kids precisely because of their family-friendly content, and they can't do so. But that is a legal quagmire that I will not get into at this point. Basically, from here on out, I will literally be trying to upload the non-kiddie friendly or kid-directed Let's Play content from here on out. Um, there is a possibility. Well, we still have time, is basically what I'm trying to say. You can comment on the FTC site. I will post the link in the video description. These will be available until December 9th, however, so get in quick and let your voices be heard. There is also a petition um, against the FTC's current rulings as it stands, and I will be posting a link to that as well. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the matter. And for better or worse, change is definitely coming to the entire landscape of YouTube. And even though we might survive, we won't do so unscathed, that is to say. We might make it through the storm, but there is going to be a huge beatdown in the process. So that is the update from me on the whole FTC YouTube copper uh, dichotomy that is currently unfolding and will continue to unfold when it becomes fully implemented from January 1st of next year. So please leave a comment, leave your thoughts, spread the video, look, keep informed about this as I am, and hopefully we can all make it through this. As always, adventurers, I am your host, the Dungeon Master, and as ever, until next we meet.